Well, lo and behold, we have the Woodwind Acres Coleman Sal-U-Spa all done and ready to go. The deck has been completed. It's hopefully solid as a rock, we would hope. We're going to add a walkway from the center of the basically the handle that you see there to where the pole barn garage slab is, just to keep it nice and neat. I'll do that later. But this is the spa, and it's working like crazy. It's got a nice bubble effect, and look at that. It only took us about 30 minutes to get the whole thing done. So far, so good, no leaks. It's at about 82 degrees. It'll go to 104, but we capped it at about 82 to 86 degrees. And there is the heart of the whole thing. All electronic, waterproof, and all that good stuff. Gives you bubbles. Pretty simple to put together, although Karen, being the great reader of instructions as she was, everything was in hieroglyphics. There were just pictures showing you what goes where, and we had to kind of figure it out. So again, we have a power cord that you can see that will be basically removed for a power supply that our electrician will connect to the pole barn, and there's a control box right on the other side of that little shrub there. But here is the spa, and it's looking pretty good, I must admit. We're going to go into it a little bit later today and enjoy it. I checked the water, and boy, it feels beautiful. This is only filled about maybe 45 minutes to go top to bottom, not even that maybe, but surprisingly quiet. This has just got the bubbler on the bottom, which is a ring of bubbles. You can't see it at the bottom now, but it goes all the way around, straight up in the air, and it is powerful as all get out. So it should be a really nice little respite at the end of a hard day. We'll take a shower first, obviously. There's the famous Coleman lantern. But I thought you'd like to see a go around and how it fits nicely. I'll do a pan around. And it really looks, because of the green color, really looks as though it had been here or planned to be here all the time. You can see Karen's gardens, there are 14,000 gardens here that she surrounded the spa with. She had finished that, about 2 months ago or so, and used the extra coving pavers that we'd had left over from our pool renovation and created a really nice little border effect. And it also made use of all of the stuff that we've already paid for. But I'll pull back a little bit, and you can see or hear that the sound really is quite minimal. It's actually very refreshing, but you can see how nicely it fits into this back southeast corner of the Woodwind Acres area. And we just reseeded everything. There was a tree there, the ugliest tree that God ever made. And the good people from Kindred's Tree Service cut it down for us. Did a beautiful job of grinding the stump down. It's just been reseeded. So by probably, maybe Labor Day, that should be all filled in. This all has been reseeded as well. And it should give us a nice little, kind of an oasis, I guess. But I'll pan back even a little more. And you can see coming into the view on the right hand side is one of Karen's gardens. We call this the pump shed garden, which is nicely mulched over. And on the left hand side we have all the granite rocks that we recovered. I cut down the viburnum. They're already starting to fill in on the bottom. It's only been about 2 weeks since I did that. So we'll keep maintaining that at the lowest level. But there is the corner spa. And we're just tickled the way it came out. It's really amazing. But I'll come back in here and do one little one little extra go around, and you can see how nice and inviting it will be when we finally get to sit in it. And beautiful surrounding. I'm going to take out, there's a limb right up there that I'm going to take out in about 10 minutes. And it should take a few seconds to do, and it'll just keep the leaves from falling in. We have all sorts of covers that go on the top of it, a really heavy-duty inflated cover, and then a cover over the top of that. Prevents anything from kind of going into the spa itself. But believe it or not, it took a grand total of 5 minutes to inflate this thing. It took another 2 minutes to inflate the top protective layer, which you don't see here. And just follow the instructions. It's just perfect. No tools were needed. All of those fittings right here, and they look to be watertight. All those fittings right there, essentially just plugged right in. And the 8x8 deck, it was a perfect spot for it. It's nice and level, so we can't really complain. And there is the electronics that you see. See if I can get a top shot of it here. And you can see 83 degrees, 82 degrees. And it goes up about a degree every 45 minutes or so. We have a hot water source that's right next to it that we'll actually be using, but Karen didn't want it hot. So there she goes. Anyhow, that's the long and the short of it. There is the Coleman Sal-U-Spa, 77 inches wide, 28 inches deep, really nice. Nice slightly padded bottom, because mine ain't. So there you go. Again, from Woodwind Acres on Bronco Drive, the spa area in the southeast corner. Bye.